Black women are not your protectors, we're not your saviors, and we're not your soldiers. That mentality and viewing us in that way hurts us because you guys fail to see us as humans, and then viewing us in that way excuses that. We are perceived as being more knowledgeable, more experienced when it comes to everything. And that doesn't give us the leeway to make mistakes and able to grow and learn. In society, Black women's identity and purpose is simmered down to serving others. This disregards what we can handle, our needs, our wants. We are sick of it and have been sick of it. But it doesn't sound good to say. Coming out and saying, I'm tired of helping everybody, makes you sound like the villain. But at the same time, we're already seen as the villain, so who gives up at this point? Yes, we're nurturing, but we also want to be taken care of. Yes, we're giving, but we also want to be given. Yes, we help, but we also want to be helped. Y'all see us as strong, and any Black woman that you see who has struggles, y'all deem her as a strong Black woman. We are also gentle. We can be soft-spoken. We don't all act the same way. You guys don't have to perceive all of our emotions in a negative way. Our sadness, anger, anxiety, frustration is never met in an understanding way, and that is exhausting. Please think about the way you treat the Black women in your life, and if you view them as strong, they don't need help, they can figure it out themselves, please reconsider and talk to them.
Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. I came across this particular videos on my FYP, and I was like, I'm gonna share with you guys, okay, knowing fully well that we are still in the Black History Month, and I decided to share this, and these are Black women coming out to say, you know what, we're not your savior, we're not your protector, we are just ourselves, right? And no matter how you guys think, you always say we can figure it out. We don't always figure out everything. Sometimes we need you to figure out some things and let us follow, right? Instead of you depending so much on us with all that's happening and people depending so much on Black women and Black people generally, they're saying, you know what, we just need to rest. Anyway, let's go watch some videos I've gathered for you guys, then we come back and talk about it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch out these videos, then we come back and talk more.
That boy that said his mother told him every time when he was a child, his mother told him, if you were in trouble, look for a Black woman. Not this one. Not this one. If you're in trouble and you're looking for a Black woman and she happens to be named Divine and she got a blonde wig on, you best look elsewhere. Because I ain't going to be no help for nobody but myself, baby. Okay? Because I've been helping y'all before. And I seen the way y'all treated me. Treated me like a little mammy. I'm good on that. I'm good off that. Thank you.
Can we talk about how non-Black people feel more comfortable bothering and inconveniencing Black people versus their white peers? I just had 2 instances where this happened to me, but when I really think about it, it happens all the time. So last week, I got to this bar early because I was saving a table for me and my friends for trivia. And when I was sitting there, a guy who I'm assuming is Hispanic or Latinx came up to me and asked if he can take one of the chairs. And I said, I'm saving it for, our group. Maybe you should ask them. It's a table of all white people. They look like they have an extra chair. And this guy flat out told me, I don't want to bother them. And I'm like, well, you want to bother me? And face turned bright red. Out of embarrassment, I think that's when he went over there and asked him, and they gave him the extra seat. But isn't that very bizarre? Another time this happened, my sister and I went to this restaurant and sat at the bar. And most of the seats were filled. It was kind of busy. But a bartender came up to us, right, like maybe 5 minutes after we sat down. It kind of took her a while and said, I'll be with you in one moment. I'm slammed. I have this to do, this to do, this to do. This went wrong. And it was crazy because maybe a few minutes after there was 2 different couples, one to the left of us and one to the right of us at the bar that sat down. and she greeted them right away, and also she did not labor them with everything she had going on. She greeted them, took their order, and that was it. And if she was busy and like super stressed out, she put on this professional face and got it together. So the fact that she's able to do that for the white patrons at the bar, but wanted to labor me and my sister with like all this negativity and, you know, basically set the standard that we were going to get bad service because she was slammed is an issue. And I was trying to think, like, is this always malicious? Because whether it be asking for directions, asking for a chair, asking for a tampon, whatever, like, is this always malicious? And for me, I'm like, okay, Black people are very communal, we're community driven, maybe it makes us easier to approach, but I think a lot of the times it is malicious, and people feel like they are entitled to bother us. And I'm not with it.
When you're not in your community, you're outside of your community, there's always this look, there's always this stare, there's always this perspective that people have about us. Okay, so I've seen videos circulating where you see somebody say they are Black woman, they are Black this, they are Black man, and when you take your time to listen to it, all of these people are looking for care, they are looking for protection, they are looking for you to be a savior to them, but nobody ever want to stand in that gap for somebody that looks like me. That's the problem. That's it, an issue. And each time this thing comes to your mind, you'll be so shocked that this is what it's going to be. You know, this lady is saying, is this how it's always going to be? Like, this is how it's always going to be, because if the world have not changed till now, I wonder when it's going to change. I wonder when we are actually going to be seen, okay, and not kind of be seen as another person. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying, but yeah, I think that's the message she's just trying to pass, and it's quite unfortunate. This is what it is, really.